What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to Music with Mando in the Morning, the podcast where we interview artists about their upcoming projects, previous projects, and pretty much just what they're working on at the moment. Today, I got the one and only Bari Bandz,
What's happening?
and today we're going to talk about his album, The Villain, which released last month, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff he's working on and what he got coming up.
Let's get it.
First and foremost, how's The Villain doing, man? It's been about a month since release.
Yeah, man, it's doing pretty good. I mean, I feel like it can do better, but, we working. We ain't complaining. We working, but it's doing pretty good, man. It's actually at 15,000 streams, 16 songs. I mean, shit. You do the math. I think once I drop some music videos, which I got that coming real soon.
Yes, sir.
Little complications, but we gonna, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna push through. But yeah, man, it's doing really well right now.
That's what I like to hear. So we had a pretty interesting conversation when we was down in Arizona about a month ago about what the album's about and everything. So why don't you tell us for our listeners what the real villain really means?
The real villain stands for realizing everybody ain't loyal. And the reason why I came up with that is because, through my journey as I was progressing, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that was close to me fell off or couldn't make the requirements because, like I said, as you start to elevate, it's a gap. I learned this from Snoop Dogg. It's a gap. So when you have this going on, if you moving up and the person's not closing that gap, and if it reaches to a certain extent, you gotta let them go. You know what I'm saying? Let them figure it out because, you know what I'm saying, you don't want no extra weight as you're trying to progress. Once I started letting them go, it was just crazy to me because, I'd done a lot for so many people with nothing, in return. And, they try to tarnish my name or try to say I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Once I tell somebody no, I see they true colors come out. So, I just use the real villain as that to motivate me through this album, actually.
Me personally, I feel like, a lot of people kind of feel bad about losing people along the way, which, like it does suck and everything, but at the same time, it reveals to you the people who like are really down, and
Right.
will pull their own weight.
It is tough, that's probably one of the hardest transitions, not just being an artist, but being an entrepreneur or somebody that's trying to move in a positive direction. That's probably one of the hardest things you have to do because it could be anybody. It could be somebody that you've been friends with for years. It could be your own family members. It could be anything, and that's one of the hardest things that you have to pick and choose. Do you want to keep this person around and have to deal with the headache and make your journey that much stressful when they're not trying to play a role or be there for you when you need them? Or, do you drop them off and just kind of, just keep moving, keep the train moving? It's the thing that you got to think about, as you trying to progress when you're trying to elevate.
Absolutely. Just for my interest, what's your favorite song off the album?
Man, I mean, you did ask me that last time, and I still figuring it out. I mean, I like Who You Niggas Wanna Be. That's the first song.
Yeah.
I love Osama. I think Peepin' is my favorite one, but I like Stay There too, man. Shout out to Los and Nate Dees for that one, but I have to go with probably Peepin'.
Hell yeah,
Peepin'.
for sure. No, Stay There is the one. That's the one I've been running on repeat. What's that one bar? I'm on a mission.
Niggas out here switching. Paranoia getting, so I'm riding with extension.
Yeah, I love that bar.
Yeah.
That shit just run back in my head all day. One thing I do want to ask though, every time an artist drops an album or like an EP, like it's a big step, not only as who they are as a person, but also like in their career. So I want to ask, where were you compared to in Bandz Talk to the real villain? Like, how did you see yourself progress between those two periods of time?
I progressed a whole lot. I'm always constantly, like I said, always trying to grow, man. I've never been a person that just was like, stay stagnant, and Bandz Talk and Real Villain are two different albums. Bandz Talk is just me just talking a whole lot of fly shit, just, living the lavish life and all of that, showing them, I don't do this for the gram, I do this in real life. The Real Villain was, like I said, that was a stage where I had to drop people off, and it was one of the hardest things that I had to hardest transitions that I had to do to elevate myself. But getting better in my lyrics, hitting concepts. The Real Villain is a whole concept. It's not like it's all over the place like a mixtape. It's actually an album. You know what I mean? And I think Bandz Talk, I dropped it as an album, but it was really a mixtape. You know what I mean? So I'm learning as I'm progressing.
That's all part of it too.
Yeah.
Like if you ain't learning, you're losing.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. That's what I live and die by. Always want to grow. Always open to hear some knowledge. You know what I mean? If it's all positive, then yeah, I'm all for it.
along with that, I kind of want to ask like, what are like maybe like the top three things that you've learned that helped you grow as a person between those two albums?
Biggest thing is not giving a fuck what anybody thinks. That's the main one. Doing the things that you love. And basically, health is wealth, taking care of your body. Being an artist, people think that, all you got to do is sit and rap, but you got to have very strong vocals, very strong lungs. So when I'm in the gym, I'm always constantly, doing a lot of conditioning, working on that, talking, rapping to myself, trying to, be able to progress as I go further in my career.
Moving forward, then, what's the next step for Big Bandz?
Oh man, it's a whole lot of fly shit. Like I said, man, like I got a couple songs, I'm just trying to, you know, fix the kinks in it. But I got a couple music videos. I got 16 songs, like I said, on Real Villain. So far I've got 7, but I'm just waiting on these music videos to get finished and I'm gonna drop pressure. I got more songs that I'm ready to drop right now. I could drop an album right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm just working. Main thing for me is just perfecting my craft, and just getting better at it. It's no competition. It's just I just want to get better. That's it. Get more intellect, get deeper in, with my vocab, with my bars and stuff like that. That's all I'm just looking for.
That's always what you gotta do. You always gotta grow.
Yes, sir.
And no matter what you're doing.
Hell yeah.
Before we just move off the topic of the Real Villain, the last question I want to ask about the album. So, to me, like, I love rap, I love hip hop and all of it, but I think personally it hits different when you got a message and you're like talking on some real shit. Anybody can come up and talk and spit some bars and like it can sound fire, but at the same time you can do that and have it not mean shit. So right. That being said, what do you think is your deepest song off the album?
Man, I gotta say, you already know what it is. It's Thoughts to Myself. All This Pain. But Thoughts to Myself is my main one. I got Game Recognized Game. That's the last song on the album, but I think people sleep on that one too. Like I said, when people get to know me, kind of be around me, and see the lifestyle that I live and how I'm really out here hustling, then it can relate to them. It just doesn't, at the same time, people just used to the fly shit and just what they see on social media. But the actual people like you, C-Mad and, Dirt Squad and, Black Fog, a lot of, people that's part of my camp, they get to see me on a daily basis and see who I am and watch the type of work that I put in that can relate to a lot of things that people going on. But like I said, Thoughts to Myself probably my best lyrical one.
For sure. And what about it, Thoughts to Yourself makes it like the like most deepest to you? Like
I just talk about all the feelings that I'm going through, and the things, the people that I love, and the people that love me. So I just express it in that song, basically.
That is one of my favorites off the album too.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me that. Yeah.
I was running that up before it even came out.
Yeah, facts. No, I always give y'all the sample first.
Moving on from the album, then, what like events and shows you got coming up? I know you got your album release party coming up this Saturday, tomorrow.
Yeah, we trying to figure that out. We praying that it doesn't snow, but even if it does, fuck it, we gonna turn up anyway. But yeah, I got an album release / birthday bash tomorrow. I'm excited. I've had at least like 50 people reposted, people tapping in, hitting me up. I got a show January 20th at the Cooler, Eugene. So all my Eugene folks, make sure that you pull up because you guys been asking me when I got a show out here. That's January 20th at the Cooler. Make sure you there. We got another one we just got booked, me and the squad, Dirt Squad, February 16th in Portland with Soul Luna. I don't know. I don't got all the information for that, but I'll get back to you on that one. And I'm thinking that we might have to double back in March and go to Arizona again at the Monarch Theater. Things didn't kind of go the way we wanted it. So, the promoter wanted to, bless us again. So, AZ's like my second home, so I ain't tripping.
Of the shows you got lined up, is there one that you're like particularly excited for?
Man, the Cooler, man.
Okay, why the Cooler?
Because I'm out here in Eugene. I stay out here right now. So, I done picked up a lot of fan base. A lot of people have been hitting me up, just happy of my progression with the music. Really saying that me and Dirt Squad and a couple other people, are really out here making noise out here and making motion. So I'm excited about that, coming back out here and seeing how the crowd really, pulls up. And it's on a Saturday, not like on a weird day. Usually we'll have a show on a Monday or a Friday. So it's good that it's a Saturday and it's right in the middle of the city. So yeah, it'll be cool.
I actually ain't never been to Cooler. Where's it at?
It's right across the street from the football field, Autzen Stadium.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's right across the street
Oh,
by the dealership. So it's kind of in the cut a little bit, but you can't miss it.
I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a good spot. You know, I did a show. I want to say 2 years ago, and that motherfucker was crowded for sure.
Okay, for
Sure.
sure. You got your set list ready for that and everything?
I could probably think of it at the top of my head, but I'll probably switch it up. But you know, I'm gonna go with straight P shit. I'll probably do quick draw and nasty with C-Mad and Rooks. I got a bad one with Delane. I'll probably do of course peeping, Osama, and try to get thoughts to myself and change your life. Right, I get a 20-minute set, so I'm gonna try to push it through there. I think I want to go with that, but I got a couple people that want to hear my old shit, like before bands talk.
Give
Now,
them a refresher, bro.
people want Peter Piper. The females love that song.
Always.
Dope Dealer, they be wanting that one. That was one of my best ones on YouTube. I actually had like 47,000 views on that one. They want me to bring that one back, but we'll see. We'll see what I want to do. I'm liking the album that I got right now, and I want to keep running that up.
Hell yeah, you got to, bro. It's a fucking amazing album. Just
Yeah,
to say
appreciate
the
it. Appreciate it, bro.
I know you already mentioned if you wanted to, you could drop another project right now. But when can we expect another real project from Big Bandz?
I'll probably say like close to the end of the year, like middle of the year, like close to the end of the year actually, because I want to drop a couple singles. I need to do some features with different people and just expand like that, expand my fan base. You know, I've been so busy just trying to perfect my craft and do songs locally. I really need to, go back to Dago and do some songs with some of my people in my city. One thing I want to express is that my city doesn't get enough love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a lot of great artists, you know what I'm saying? I can't name them all. It's just so many of them. But, I would love to get on a song with them and bring them on a tour with me. Like, bring them to some of the shows that I got outside of Dago, so they can see something more than just San Diego. Sometimes we get stuck like a crab in a bucket, you know what I mean, trying to compete with everybody when we can come together and really do stuff. So I really want to do some features with people back home so I can bring them out and show off their talent too. That's the goal.
Do you mind name dropping a few people? Because, exposure always helps
Man,
anybody.
yeah, I say Kazi. Shout out to my nigga Kazi, man. I love you, man. That's my little homie. I've been knowing him since basketball days, all that. That's my dog. Savi, so cool. He's out in Oklahoma right now getting this shit together. But yeah, I would love to have him. I'd love to do a song with Lil Weirdo. He's got a buzz. He's one of the biggest buzz out there right now. I would love to do a song with him. Shout out to Mitchie Slick, real big homie. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much right now that I got in mind. Maybe A.O.B. Easy, have him do a remix to Peepin'. He'll be perfect for that song. So, yeah, man. Yeah, those are the type of people I got in Dago right now that I'm keeping an eye on.
Well, that's all I got for you, really. Just before we get into the real verse and everything, is there anything else you'd like to mention before we wrap up?
Yeah, man, I would like to say just, hey, man, if you have a dream or something that you're trying to accomplish, understand it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. And don't give a fuck what anybody says about you, how you go about it. It's your dream. It's your passion. However you want to do it, and just understand, learn from your mistakes, because a loss is not a loss. It's a lesson. So lose your way up to the top. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel that. And one more thing. So you've had your experience on the podcast. Is there anybody else you would recommend that I reach out to get on here in the future?
I would say we probably can get Motion Boys up here. You know what I mean? I fuck with them. They down in Portland. They got a lot of movement out there.
Motion.
And they didn't. Yeah, a lot of motion, and they didn't help me out get exposure out there. Where basically when I go down there, they basically look at me like Motion. Motion Boys actually.
They're throwing the party tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
they the ones that's helping throwing the party. They're the ones that actually welcome me with open arms, no hatred, no nothing. Even when I come in their group, they trying to learn some of the stuff that I know. You know what I mean? They're not too cocky. They still want to learn, and that's what I love about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to get us, Dirt Squad and Motion all together so, we can really start making some moves, outside of Eugene or outside of Oregon. We've already been to Arizona. Hopefully we can hit the South like Texas or Florida or something like that. So, yeah, that's somebody that I definitely would recommend you to come up in here and, you know, do a talk. I don't know if I know you had Dirt Squad in here, but you should definitely have Spaceman come in here and just talk about,
Hell yeah.
you know, the production part about it and how important it is for how of an important role he plays for us. You know what I'm saying? Because without the engineer, shit,
You couldn't have nothing.
you couldn't have nothing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to them.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Before we wrap it up, we got Big Bandz to put together a quick little verse for us. For those of y'all who know Big Bandz, you already know he's coming with the heat. And for those of y'all who ain't heard him before, y'all in for a real good surprise real quick.
Let's get it. Bandz. I know you hear all that hood trophy, man. Yeah, I know you hear it. Get used to it. It's a whole lot of fly shit, man. Get used to it. Yeah. Hold on. Check it. Bandz. I got hood trophies. Glockiana, keep it on me. Hood figure. Big Benz, what they call me. Sliding in the coupe ass 50, the bitches on me. She asked me where a nigga from, bitch, you know it's on me. We the guap takers, bag breaker. She gon' shake it for a mob like a salt shaker. I'm tryna to upgrade your life, but I need that paper. If the bitch don't come with no funds, I don't entertain her. A nigga iced out bright, you know I say cheese. I know my edge bitch sick, COVID-19. Niggas watching from the gram, trying to mimic me. I ain't chose up on the bitch chose me. Niggas couldn't step them out in these expensive G's. Pocket full of blue strips, these Mary jeans. Niggas swear that I own 'em, I'm like, what it mean? I'm in the trap cooking it up with cement on the beat.
Woo! And that's how we do it. Yes, sir. This has been Music with Mando in the Morning with the one and only Big Bari Bandz. Make sure y'all keep streaming The Real Villain, running up them numbers, and slide through to the show when he
Man, tap in with my boy Delta, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. You know it's mine.
Till next time, y'all.